It started off innocently. A short video clip from In the Soup BTS ver resurfaced on social media, capturing a heartwarming interaction between BTS's Jungkook and his beloved Doberman Bam. The moment was pure, wholesome, and instantly endearing. Bam happily licking Jungkook's face while he laughed, eyes closed, completely immersed in affection. Within hours, the clip was everywhere. Fans reposted it with captions like, "This is what love looks like," and "Bam is literally all of us." But what started as a sweet and soft moment quickly took a left turn, one that nobody expected. Right after the playful licks, Jungkook's expression changed. It was subtle. He paused, his smile fading slightly, his eyes lowering not with sadness, but something heavier. The clip continued only for a few seconds longer before cutting off. But those few seconds were enough to ignite a wildfire of speculation. Did anyone else notice Jungkook went quiet suddenly after Bam kissed him? One fan posted, "That wasn't just a cute moment. Something's bothering him." And that's where the theories began. Across TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Twitter, X, armies began dissecting the clip frame by frame. Some believed Jungkook was simply overwhelmed with love. Others weren't so sure. "I think it reminded him of something. Maybe a memory." You can literally see the shift in his face. One fan speculated in a video that quickly hit 3M views. Some took it further. Bam might be the only one Jungkook feels completely safe around. There's a sadness in his smile. It's like he's holding back tears. The emotional depth perceived in a 15-second clip was staggering but not surprising, given the intense bond between Jungkook and Bam that fans have watched grow since 2021. Jungkook has spoken about Bam in multiple interviews. He calls him his son. And many armies have pointed out that the dog arrived in his life during a period of stress and public pressure. To some, Bam isn't just a pet. He's a protector, a comfort, even a secret keeper. He holds Jungkook together in ways we don't see. "This clip proves it," wrote one viral thread. "You don't fake that kind of connection." One key element added fuel to the emotional fire the clip cuts abruptly. Fans immediately began questioning if more happened after that moment. Did Jungkook cry? Did the scene get too personal? Was it edited intentionally to hide something vulnerable? "I'm telling you there's a longer version and they didn't show it because it was too raw," a fan theorized on a live stream. "We've seen how much Jungkook bottles things up. Maybe that moment with Bam broke through." K-pop idols rarely reveal personal life details, especially their emotional struggles. But when they do, even through something as innocent as playing with a dog, it carries weight. In a culture where image is everything, genuine softness is rare and priceless. That's why this moment between Jungkook and Bam is not just content. It's a glimpse into a real, human side of an idol often seen as untouchable. The replies to the clip have been overwhelmingly emotional. "I don't even care what people say. This is the most human I've seen Jungkook in a long time." The way Bam looks at him. That's loyalty. That's healing. Please protect both of them at all costs. Some fans even started a trend posting photos of their own pets with the hashtag Jungkook and Bam, celebrating the bond between humans and their animals. So far, there's no official comment from Hybe or Jungkook regarding the viral clip. But fans remain hopeful that more behind-the-scenes footage or a future Weverse moment might shed light on what truly happened during that quiet shift in energy. Until then, ARMY will continue to cherish every moment between Jungkook and Bam, not just for its cuteness, but for what it says without words. The video begins like many others fans have seen before. Jungkook seated on the wooden deck of the In the Soup house, dressed casually, his hair tousled and eyes calm. Bam, his Doberman, pads over with quiet loyalty and climbs into Jungkook's lap, as if by instinct. There's something sacred in the silence between them. Jungkook strokes Bam's head, and then, in a moment that lasts only seconds but now lives endlessly in ARMY hearts, Bam leans in and starts licking Jungkook's face. Jungkook laughs softly, eyes closed, and for a brief flash, everything seems peaceful until it's not. Something in Jungkook's smile fades. His shoulders tense ever so slightly. His eyes open, but they don't sparkle with amusement. Instead, they fall downward, landing somewhere far away, somewhere not even Bam can reach. He stays like that, hand resting lightly on Bam's back, unmoving, as if something behind his smile just cracked open. And then the clip cuts. What follows is an explosion not in the moment, but in the aftermath. Fans begin sharing the clip widely, flooding Twitter, TikTok, and Weverse with the short video. At first, the tone is joy. "Bam is so cute," one fan writes. "Jungkook looks so happy," says another. But then the tone changes. Slower, heavier, more intimate. "Did you see his eyes?" one user posts, followed by a thread of close-up screenshots zoomed in on the exact frame when Jungkook's smile falters. Others join the chorus. "There's something wrong. He looked fine until Bam kissed him. What happened?" Armies have always been attentive, but this moment turns them into investigators of emotional subtext. TikTok edits with melancholic piano music begin to trend, each one focusing on the subtle shift in Jungkook's expression. Some fans speculate he was reminded of something painful. Others wonder if it's just exhaustion showing through a crack in his usual composure. But almost all agree this wasn't just a cute pet moment, it was something more. The clip's abrupt end only fuels the mystery. Why did it cut there? What happened after Jungkook lowered his eyes? Was it edited intentionally? Did something too raw, too emotional take place? Fans begin to demand answers, not from a place of entitlement, but out of deep concern. If that clip had kept going, would we have seen Jungkook cry? One post reads, receiving tens of thousands of likes. This wouldn't be the first time Jungkook's moments with Bam have exposed something deeper. Since Bam's introduction in 2021, the Doberman has been more than a pet. He's become a symbol of comfort, of loyalty, and perhaps even of protection for Jungkook. The BTS member has always been careful with his emotions in public, often choosing to deflect, to smile, to perform. But with Bam, something shifts. The armor lowers. Interviews and behind-the-scenes footage over the years show just how central Bam has become to Jungkook's life. He's spoken about training Bam, playing with him, even feeling responsible for shaping Bam's behavior and discipline. But in moments like this, unguarded, unscripted, what fans see isn't training. It's love. It's dependence. It's vulnerability. As the video circulates, more fans begin sharing stories of their own pets, pets who have been with them through anxiety, grief, or loneliness. Watching Bam kiss Jungkook reminded me of the day my dog jumped onto my bed while I was having a panic attack. One army wrote, "They just know." Another fan posts, "It hurts to think that maybe Jungkook's only safe place in that moment was Bam." The response becomes more than fan engagement. It becomes collective empathy. In a fandom that often revolves around music, performance, and aesthetics, this moment redirects the focus to something far more human, emotional truth. Even though it's just seconds long, the clip becomes a mirror in which fans see not just Jungkook, but themselves, their own need for safety, their own quiet companions, their own broken moments stitched together by silent support. Still, HYBE remains silent. No additional footage is released. No comment is made. This isn't unusual. Agencies rarely comment on the emotional implications of a video clip. But in this silence, the mystery grows louder. Fans demand transparency not for drama, but because they care. If Jungkook's not okay, we want to know he's surrounded by love, one post pleads, even if it's just from Bam. And that's the core of it. This moment isn't about celebrity. It's about how much people can read into a pause, a breath, a blink. Jungkook didn't need to speak for millions to feel something shift inside him. And Bam, without saying a word, became the witness to that shift. The clip now lives as a digital relic. It's been reposted with sad music, overlaid with poetic captions, and analyzed in video essays. Some fans hope the full moment will someday be released. Others believe it's better left as is, a private moment accidentally caught in public light. But everyone agrees on one thing. There's more to the story than we saw. In an industry where every smile is often curated and every second of footage is calculated, the quiet vulnerability in this scene cuts deeper than any performance. The love between Jungkook and Bam is real. But so is the pain that flickered behind that brief smile. And so, the question lingers, what happened after the clip cut? Fans may never know, but they won't stop watching. Not because they want drama, but because they saw something real. And in a world saturated with filters and perfection, real moments like this, no matter how small, become everything. And yet, even days after the clip first appeared, the conversation refuses to fade. It has taken on a life of its own, not as a mere video snippet, but as a cultural moment. Something deeply personal became unknowingly public, and once it was seen, it couldn't be unseen. Fans keep coming back to it, not for entertainment, but for connection. Because beneath all the noise, the theories, the edits, and the re-watches, there's one quiet truth that resonates with everyone who's seen the footage. That behind every idol, no matter how adored, is a human being who also longs to feel safe, to be understood, and to be loved unconditionally. Bam, with his steady gaze and unwavering presence, became that sanctuary for Jungkook in a moment no one expected would go viral. A lick on the cheek was never just a lick. It was an anchor. It was grounding. And the way Jungkook closed his eyes and exhaled said more than any interview ever could. In an era where content is consumed and discarded at the speed of swipes, this fleeting moment demanded to be felt. Not because of flashy visuals, not because of choreography or headlines, but because it was quiet, because it was real, because it was everything the spotlight usually hides. The image of Jungkook, still and introspective with Bam pressed against his chest, now lingers in the minds of millions. It's been turned into art, into gifs, into fan fiction and emotional think pieces. But perhaps most importantly, it's reminded fans of the silent battles their idols may be carrying. The contrast between the cheerful front and the sudden drop in his expression pierced something collective for just a heartbeat. Jungkook wasn't the golden maknae. He wasn't the global star. He was a boy with his dog, trying to hold himself together. And maybe that's why it hurts. Because everyone has that moment. The one where the world is watching, but all you want is to fall apart in peace. For Jungkook, maybe that peace came in the form of fur against his cheek. The weight of a Doberman's love pressing into his ribs, saying what no human ever could. I'm here. You're safe. You don't have to smile. The silence from HYBE only magnifies the intimacy of the moment. No denial, no explanation, just stillness, as if they too understood that sometimes words would only cheapen what was captured. And fans, for all their yearning to know more, have begun to accept that maybe this one piece of Jungkook's heart should remain unspoken. But hearts don't forget. The moment lives on not because it was broadcast, but because it was felt. It lingers in quiet places, in the lonely rooms of fans replaying it at 3 a.m., in the tender notes shared across oceans, in the whispered acknowledgments between strangers who feel the same ache. Jungkook didn't have to cry for us to understand. He didn't have to say anything. Bam did it for him. And perhaps that's the story. Not a scandal, not a mystery, just a boy and his dog, in a rare sliver of vulnerability, reminding the world that love is most visible in the quietest moments, and that even the brightest stars sometimes need someone who simply stays.